Right, hello. How are you all handling the heat? It's been nice. Solid week of 25 degree plus, and we're on the coast, so it's a little bit cooler, but I'm sure a lot of you are getting 30s. But yeah, it's been warm. But I want to do a video anyway on the finishing touches on the hothouse, and really sort of a review of the fan I bought. So the idea is, we want airflow in here, especially in the cooler months, in the winter and that. The door window's going to be shut. Need airflow, you need a fan going all the time just to circulate the air, but it certainly doesn't hurt in the summer as well. So I've done a bit of research online, watched a lot of YouTube videos on various ceiling fans. So what one mounted on the ceiling rather than just a sort of desktop in a corner somewhere, just out the way. So, and also with the heat rising, that's pushing the heat down again, especially in the winter when it's going to struggle to achieve any sort of temperature during the day. Any warmth that does build up when the sun is out in the winter months, we want to push that heat down and circulate it around, as well as air movement. So we've got the fan going here, and obviously it looks very different on camera to what it does in real life. It doesn't look like it's going very fast, but to be fair, this is a budget one. This is actually a portable camping one. Pretty good price. So this is eBay. I think that's around $18.99, something like that. Free delivery, so under 20 quid. And yes, designed really to go in tents or to be portable. So the blades come off. There's 5 blades on it, and I was a bit dubious, thinking I said it's just a little cheapy. But to be fair, I don't know. It's a very still day, so there's no wind. But if you can see, just not a strong air current, but just enough to, bear in mind the fan is sort of mounted more or less in the middle of the hothouse, and I'm looking at the plants at the very end, and we can see a little bit of movement there. So the plants are swaying, so it's just a nice gentle breeze. Again, in the winter, I don't want it to, a fan, if it's going too strong, that can cool the place down. You don't really want that, you just want the air circulating. So the idea is not to cool down, just to move the air about, and that's doing the job for that. Very low wattage, so good on power consumption, because it's going to be run 24/7, all year round. So this is, according to the listing on eBay, it said 10 watts, and I thought, well, 10 watts, that's pretty low. That's what can it do, weren't expecting too much, but to be fair, that is a reasonable airflow on it. I'm standing right underneath it now, and that's seems a lot cooler than it does, out of the way of it. So it is moving air about, and it is cooling it down to an extent in the hot weather. But like I say, in the cool, that should just sort of move the air about rather than sort of chilling everything. I mean, bearing in mind, it's probably about 26 degrees outside at the moment. It is 33, come up to 34 degrees in here. It doesn't really get much hotter than that with the door open. Yeah, so again, on the listing it says 10 watts, but this is the box that came in, so really small box. Listing says 10 watts, top of the box says 9 watts, side the box says 8 watts. So I'm not really sure what the wattage is, but anything under 10 watts I think is not really going to notice that on your electric bill for running it all the time. It is nearly 2 foot wide, so it's 55 centimeters, blade to blade, and there's 5 blades, so that is reasonable size. And like I say, it's doing a job in here, so it's perfect really for what I wanted. Low running costs, just circulate the air, and this is going to really help with the the spider mite issue I had on some of the elephant ears, the collocaceae, they always suffer in a hot, dry, sort of static environment. They really do suffer with spider mites. So with the airflow, constant movement, you see the leaves just gently bobbing about. That's going to help. And we've got to raise the humidity. So what I have done, I also brought a timer for the water system. So this is a just a misting system. It's not watering, it's not irrigation, it's just misting. And I did have to alter, because originally when I put, before I finished the build, I put all the irrigation in, not realising where the layout was going to be, and I had a double spray system across this beam here, which ultimately wasn't needed because we've got the chairs either side, so all that is doing is wetting the chairs, and they never really dried out. So I've literally just blocked that one off, and we had just one going across this beam. Now we've got two, so we've got two misters for this corner, so it's keeping the damp levels, moisture levels up, and the humidity up. And I also done the same at this end with the door, because we had, so don't do it without getting the sun in your eyes, we had just one spray nozzle going across here. Now I've put two in, so that one spray nozzle just coming down and just wetting the steps. So now we've got it going to the sides to where it's needed, where the plants are each side. So yeah, just a little bit of adjustment there, and we've got the timer set, so it's, at the minute I'm just trialing it. It is a, let's do it in this video. I was going to do a separate video on the timer, but we'll do cover it in this video as well. So we've covered the fan. I'm happy with that. I mean, let's say eBay, under 20 quid, low running costs. Quite impressed with the airflow, no problem with that. Yeah, it came with a 3-meter cord. It has got a switch on it, which is just there, but I've wired it into the switch box here. So if I want to turn it off, I'll just turn it off for a second so we can see what it looks like. Yeah, so that's what it looks like when it's not running. Yeah, so easy on and off with the button, and that's back on again. Right, so that's the fan covered. So that is a Eurotrail. Quite impressed. The only thing obviously I can't tell you is how long it's going to last. It's been running for 3 days solid now, but how long it'll last in the long run we don't know. But at the price, you know, if I have to change it every year, then that's not a big deal. Right, so let's go on to the timer for the irrigation, or for the misting system. So again, another budget model for the timer on that. I didn't want an overly complicated, I don't need an overly complicated timing system for it. I just want something that come on, you know, once every couple of hours for a minute or two throughout the day. That's all I want. I don't want a complicated digital layout where I've got to put the time and then set times for it to come on. If I don't want something straightforward, easy to use, but cheap. So let's come round here and we'll come on the outside. So around the back here. So I had to cut a lot of these gunwale leaves off to accommodate the build, because they were originally hanging right over. But regardless of that, so what we have got, so this is the model we got. It's just a fairly cheap Amazon Kingfisher watering timer. It is, I believe, about £16.99, And it's just 2 dials, real simple to use. Take 2 AAA batteries. You've got dial this side, frequency, so you can do 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24, 48, 72, or weekly. So literally just put it on. I've got it on the 2 hours, so it'll come on every 2 hours. And then you've got the time, run time the other side, another dial, real easy. Switch 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 60, and so on. So real simple to use. The tap is turned on, there's no leak, and it's nice and watertight. Yeah, so 1 minute every 2 hours, and I can always increase that to every 1 hour if I want to, just by literally just turning the dial. Real easy, simple to use, and obviously you can just turn it on or off as well. So you know, during the winter I'm not going to be wanting to mist in there, so I'll just put it to the off position, turn the tap off, jobs are good. Simple as that. Yeah, so on the outside looking in. Right, so I don't know how useful this video was to you, but yeah, I like to. A lot of budget stuff can work well. I don't know how long you expect them to last, but we will see. Maybe we'll do a review in a month or so, or maybe next year, see if everything's still running how it should do. Right, let's leave it there. Thanks for watching.